labyrinth full of monsters, but we have robots, don't worry. Son of a bitch. Sakugan. Adventure of mechas and kaijus in a realistic fantasy scenario. Interested in varied designs, a character that's young, adventurous, and full of energy is easily identified as such, while a character that's more conservative, even if coming from a life of adventure, carries that in its design pretty clearly. I was ready to say there had been an issue with the secondary designs, but most of it is probably intentional actually. I still think it's stupid to have pants that show the top of your legs, or a character that probably should have major visual markers of being an adventurer, but has no such descriptive qualities. Only I have to wait until the heavy to say why it's not that bad. The visual execution is very good. I was going to say it looked like Kill la Kill, especially after the red letters, but even though the movements are good, it's clearly another style. A great, not so cartoony style. The story wasn't that elaborate, focusing more on the world building in this episode, but we have enough for the character's point of view. The execution has a moment particularly impactful due to how much rage it causes, but again, the heavy for that. The biggest issue would probably be the similarities with other stories, but nothing here made me feel like they had really appropriated other people's works. Interesting, even if I see some issues. Our main are two. A girl who's finished college, works, and was able to create an aura radar that's better than the others. At age 10, she just has to start detecting Dragon Balls now. Or detecting, but she wants to be a marker. Not that one. Going around and helping map the cave labyrinth between the colonies after playing Arlong and going into the Grand Line. And her father, who's kind of irresponsible as to his chores, but really overprotector as to her, preferring to work on the mines because it'd be safer. Now those, they interact with her mother, who's a marker and encourages her to get in the adventurer life, and I imagine her escapes also. Damn nice traps, by the by. I'd love to have those in Trapped. And her grandpa, her mother's father, who encourages the dad to let the little one do what she wants, since he won't be able to stop her forever. The secondaries details were really bothering me. The main mother is young, but the holes on her pants clashed with the rest of her. The grandpa doesn't even look like a grandpa. He looks like he's pretty much the same age as the father. This could be seen as meant to associate the functions. He behaves more like a teenager, but his ex-wife's father seems to behave more like an adult, even being an adventurer, meaning he would be a mirror of how the father must come to be, as the mother is a mirror for the little one, but much more different from her than the father is from the grandfather. Well, I started to get more used towards the end, thinking they were just less than work designs, but then we have an emergency and the mother tells the daughter to protect herself. The two go into their mecha, the grandpa says that she had become an adult and... Son of a bitch. Done. Bye. Hasta la vista. Of blood dripping down. In other words, the two are as the younger ones are going to be. The grandpa is someone who accepts you can't be safe all the time. The mother appreciates adventure but knows when to find cover. But, yeah. What's the point of having this idea visually given if their smarter, more capable future will be destroyed in front of them? Kinda breaks what's about to happen. We end with him revealing a marker robot, probably belonging to him or the other guy they mentioned quickly as if he had died, and clearly will start the adventure in the second episode. I can't help but think this is a little stretched. Not that I didn't like what I saw, but first she seems naughty but capable, everyone basically saying she should be a marker, till the end when the father just agrees. After watching her mother and grandfather die. How'd that work? Hey, hon, we just saw I was right because you survived when your mother agreed with me. Time to throw ourselves into danger. I know we need the adventure, but it's not as if there weren't various other things that could have convinced him earlier. Things that would have made a lot more sense than seeing his family's blood. The worst is, clearly, we have that moment to make us feel even more impressed by them, just so right after they don't exist anymore. It was impactful, but it's not as if they hadn't had time to do that before, or as if using characters like this wasn't a low blow. Considering the rest of the episode wasn't mediocre, it might be good, but this makes me think it might not be that good.